All right, so after 6 months of waiting, the day is finally here, and we're gonna take you with us. Hello everyone, this is Dwayne with Edge of Nowhere Farm. We're actually finally getting started on our Desert to Farm project, I guess officially. I don't know what we're gonna call it yet, but this is the series that Lori and I are gonna be doing. You know, we would love it if you would join us. We're also doing it for ourselves because we wanna document this process for us, and it actually is starting now. So kind of bring you guys up to speed. If you haven't seen it already, I'm gonna link our 100th episode here where we talked a little bit about where our farm is headed, specifically where we will be in the next 6 to 7 months, and it's here on this new property. So we got 6 acres behind me of raw desert land, and starting tomorrow, it's not going to be raw desert land anymore. So we actually start on the farmhouse first, of course. We need that so we can move here. And what we got was about a week ago, we got our permit. Today is December 9th, 2018. And tomorrow is actually when they start scraping the earth. Lori and I came out here for the first time, saw how they marked the property line. So we got this nice marker line across the front of the property. They've got it painted so they know where they're headed. They got the whole front line of the property, and it looks like at least back to where the pig acre is in that back corner marked, so they know kind of where they're working. And our house is right up on the front of this 5-acre rectangle, and we'll share that with you guys as we go because we want some input on it. But first things first, they need to make a level pad. So our property slopes about 2 degrees or so from north to south. So we're standing on the northernmost part, and the water will head south, eventually going into a wash. So what they need to do is they need to build the pad level. So they're just going to come in and backfill to get that pad level from north to south. Not too much. It's not going to have to be too high, probably about a foot or so, because we're not in a floodplain or anything, but that's what they're going to get started on. They've got some big machines and some water tanks because we don't have water on the property yet. We'll take you guys along with that. So what we're going to do is, the best we can, we're going to try to be here every day. We're going to document as much of this as we possibly can. Well, let's go. Okay, so this is the next evening, and Lori and I couldn't get out there early enough, so sorry for the lighting, but get an idea of what they have to do. So they've got to excavate. You see that pile of dirt there? So they excavate that first, and then we got a shot here of kind of where they have to dig that dirt out, and that's the pile that they work with, basically to wet back down and compact. Then just another shot as we go further back on the property, you can see how deep down they go. So they go down a good couple feet. To get down far enough so that they can recompact it and get it to geo standards, I think is what they call it. Anyways, just another shot here of just how deep they have to go to get this thing so that a house can sit on it. All right, so it is Tuesday, December 11th. This is the second day of them actually doing the excavation and the building of the actual pad that the foundation is going to go on. So they actually had 2 different water tanks that they brought on, each from about 2,500 gallons each. Looks like they've gone through one, and they're still using the other one. Amazing to see what happened with this. I mean, talked to the guy yesterday. His name's Dave. Does this for a living, been doing it forever, and was talking a little bit about what they have to do. And if you guys want to look at our dirt, so the dirt is pretty dusty, which I guess you would kind of expect, out in the desert. But what they do is they actually take this water and they have to compact the dirt. So what it was yesterday was actually excavating the dirt out, and then they have to mix it with water and get a certain density. It's kind of wild what they have to do with these big machines, but they're real specific as far as what they need to get accomplished. And they have to make sure that the foundation itself is going to sit on dirt that's actually going to hold the house up. You don't think about that, but it's essentially what they have to do. And then from what I understand, they still have to kind of build this up to make it level, but it looks pretty darn level to me. I'm going to kind of walk around a little bit, take a look at it, but wanted to give a quick update on day number 2. Okay, so we're here. It's Sunday, December 16th, and the pad is done. It's right behind me. So Lori and I had a chance just a few minutes to kind of walk around, see what's going on. So what we wanted to do, wanted to take you guys with us. So we're going to kind of follow me as we walk through, and I'll talk a little bit about what's going on. You can see how they had to flatten this out. The way they have to do this out here is the ground itself is very silty. It's clay, but it's kind of silty. So they have to actually pack it down with water. They've got all the corners staked, so this essentially will be the garage. Kind of a standard house. It's a couple thousand square feet, so just under 2,000 square feet. 2-car garage. One of the things that you guys will watch us do is build an outbuilding. So we will have an outbuilding that will give us much more additional space. Haven't kind of settled on how big the outbuilding is going to be yet, but weren't as concerned with garage space and that kind of thing on the home. But kind of looking out over here, you can see the kind of the layout of the house. So it's kind of a square, and then you've got the garage that extends out this way. And then what I think I'm going to do, I think I'm going to walk us over here. So because we're on a flat surface with that 2% grade that we've talked about, they didn't need to bring any dirt in. They actually took dirt from the surrounding area around the house as they built the pad up, because they had to take the back of the pad, which we'll see here in just a minute. They had to take the back of the pad and build it up so it was level with the front, because that 2% grade, by the time we get to the back of the house, drops about a foot or so. So see that here in a sec. But over here on the side of the house, this is where our leach field will be. We're on septic, obviously out here. So our septic system comes straight out as far as how the design is set up. This is actually where they took out some additional dirt and excavated to build up the pad. So as we walk this way, you'll see kind of a dip that comes down over here. And this is actually where our septic will be. So we'll have a tank about where we're standing. So we're hoping that once we get that excavation done for the tank, we can fill some of this in back here as we go around that corner. But we're off the pad now at this point. So here we are at the back of the house. So you can see kind of how that grade works. It slopes down here. They did some excavating there, but it slopes down here slightly. So probably gained, I don't know, maybe about a foot or so from the front of the house to the back as far as what they had to build up because of that slope that we have going down off the property. But you can kind of see here where the back of the house will be. We'll have a patio that comes out. I want to come back here and just kind of give you guys an idea of what it's going to look like from our patio, because we're looking forward to that. So basically what you see behind me is what we'll see as we're sitting just kind of, I don't know, having some coffee or having a drink in the evening and looking back out over the landscape and the farm. So the farm will be out there, and we're hoping we get some input from you guys once we get there on what's going to kind of go on back here at the back of the property, because that's where the action's going to be as far as the farm is concerned. So this is going to be a lot different. I know one of the things that we really wanted to do is, obviously this is for us as much as we want it to be for you guys, but it's just the building of our farmhouse. It's kind of the very first thing that we're going to do here on this property, obviously because we can't move on here without it.
That's right.
But it's going to be a little bit different format as far as how we're going to film this. You know, we're going to bring you and show you as much as we possibly can. You know, we're only 3 miles away, so it's not hard for us to get to the property, but we're going to bring you as much as we possibly can. If there's anything that you want to see, hey, leave them in the comment section down below as we go through here. I would really love to know what you guys want to see. What are you looking forward to the most, sweetheart?
Having more space.
I agree. More space.
A new house.
A new house. That's always good. So yeah, definitely looking for more space, mainly outside the house, but with the outbuilding and everything else, we'll have a lot more space inside as well. But we're really looking forward to having you guys with us. And again, going to be a little bit of a different format. We're going to do more of a vlogging type format just to try to get as much of the details and the step-by-step as we can. Just want to thank you guys for joining us today. And you know what, if you haven't done so already, hey, subscribe to our channel. You know, we've got a lot of stuff that we cover here on the channel. This is just one of the things we're going to be doing as we move forward onto the new property. Would love it if you would join us. You know, if you haven't followed us on Instagram and Facebook, hey, do so there as well. There's things that we post there, content that we post there that we don't show here on the YouTube channel that we show over there. And if you have any questions or comments, like I said, leave them in the comment section down below. Would love to hear from you guys. Love to see what you guys want to see in this series as we go through it. So just want to thank you for joining us today and remind you, if we can farm on the edge of nowhere,
so can you.
And we're going to bring you with, we're about to take you on a trip with us. That's up next. That's weird. That's weird. Lori and I are excited, and we're going to take you with it. But we're sometimes I should think before I talk. So we're here. Gotta make sure that I can talk. More space for sure. Yeah, more space for sure. Oh yeah, there's our neighbor.
Sorry.
It'll go on the blooper reel.